Hey guys, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm turning myself into Amy Winehouse. So if you guys want to see this Amy Winehouse makeup tutorial, then keep watching. For foundation, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation in the shade Buff Beige. Or, this is actually Buff Bisque. And I totally forgot to put on a primer, but you guys can do that. For concealer, I'm going in with the Stay Matte by Rimmel London, and this is in the shade Porcelain. And I'm just focusing this on the high points of my face. She has a more narrow face than I do, so I want to put all the focus right here. Alright, now I'm going in with a setting powder just to set everything in place. This is by the Cream Shop, and this is the Banana Powder. This one smells just like the Runts candy, the banana ones, obviously. Alright guys, now for the eyebrows, I'm going in with the NYX Fill and Fluff in the shade Black. And she has pretty thin eyebrows, and they start a little further than mine do, but that's okay because we're just gonna make it darker in the area where her brow actually starts. And she has pretty thin, straight brows. So that's what I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm just getting the basic the basic brow shape right now. When I go in and set the brow, I'm gonna like go down just to make this a little bit thinner. Yeah, I think that looks like hers. Okay guys, now I'm gonna go in and contour the nose. So it doesn't look like she has any cheek contour at all, so I think I'm gonna leave those alone because she has more of a round face. But I am gonna do the chin, so she has a little bit of a, I guess we have kind of a similar face structure, but yeah, I'm gonna chisel this part out a little bit and then I'm gonna do her nose. You guys don't need to go this crazy. I'm just trying to look as close to her as possible. So I'm going in with my Shade and Light palette and I'm going in with that center shade there. So I'm just extending my nostrils in. She has very similar nostrils to Helen Bohem Carter. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm almost making them like a teardrop shape and bringing them down into almost a point. And now I'm also going in and adding some highlight to the tip of my nose. And I'm also adding some in between the brows just to give the illusion that my brows are a little bit further apart. Okay, now that we're done the nose contour, I'm just gonna add some freckles. And for this, I'm gonna be using the Brow Blade by Urban Decay. And I'm going in with this side. So this is like a sharp ink side. I'm just lightly dotting this on. And then as I dot it on, I'm just lightly tapping over these marks just to blend them in a bit. Alright, now for the winged liner. For her eyes, you're going to want to cover most of your eyelid here, and then it's going up into a harsh wing, almost meeting the eyebrow. So you guys will see. I think I might try to map it out with eyeshadow first. That way it's easier to wipe away than it would be a liquid liner. Now that the shape's mapped out, I'm gonna fill it in. So I'm using the Wet n Wild. This is the Breakup Proof Liquid Liner. Now that the wings are done, that was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. So I need to shade underneath the eyes as well, because she has some shading here. Kind of connects the wing, and she goes about halfway. Creating a little bit of shading here because I notice it's a little bit white around her face at this point. Okay, so for her lips, it looks like almost like a darker corally shade. So I'm going in with this one by Huda Beauty. This is Bombshell, which I don't know if dark corally is like even the right word to describe it. What is this, like a brownish pink? And I'm just gonna be lining my lips. It looks like she has more of like just like a lip line and then her natural lips underneath. Maybe that's just all of the photos that I'm coming across. Okay, so I found a pencil that I think looks pretty close to her lip color in most of the images here. So this is Brunch Me by NYX. So I'm keeping the outline of that first lip product that we used, that first lip liner, because she does have a very 90s lip. All right, the lips are done. So like I said before, she has more of a rounder face. So I'm gonna go in and try to highlight my the shadows of my face to try to pop those out a little bit and give the appearance of a rounder face. Now I'm also going in and doing my shading underneath my chin, chisel all this area out. I put a little bit of that beige powder just to lighten up the lips a little bit. I think that looks good. Now for mascara, I'm going in with the Go Big or Go Home mascara by KVD. You can obviously use any mascara for this. Alright guys, now I'm gonna put on my wig real quick and I'll be back. Alright guys, here's the wig. So right now I'm just manipulating it. So I'm doing kind of like a bang comb over because this is how she typically wore her hair. So she had it kind of like this and it was like usually like swooped here. So I'm just gonna pin this to the side and then I'm gonna be working on doing her little beehive bun. Okay, the hair is all done. I added these hoops and for her like Marilyn piercing, I'm gonna use a little jewel. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna paint one on. So I'm gonna use a white liquid liner. And I'm just gonna shade around this, just to create the illusion of a piercing. She also has a few yellow streaks in her hair, just right around her bangs area. So I'm just gonna paint these in. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It looks more like her when I do like this face. But yeah, give me a like if you guys like this video. That really helps me out. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Halloween tutorials. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in the next one.